Say that's a pretty fantastic result. We're pretty impressed with how quickly the top actuates. Honestly, we did not expect it to move as quickly as that, so it's kind of a cool system. I mean, James did all the legwork on it, but as you probably saw, it was relatively straightforward. Definitely something you guys can do yourselves, so hopefully this was useful video for you. And one more thing we're actually going to show you. You probably noticed that it doesn't recede all the way down into the car. Being an older style top, it actually came with a cover that you put over this. So we're going to actually put that on so you can see what it looks like with the cover in place. That way, you know, this is kind of the finished product, so you cruise around with the top down. So James is starting to put on his side, but I just figured I'd give you a quick how-to on these. So you probably noticed these little loops on the top here, which are like little fabric loops. And on the tonneau cover here, you have these little hooks. And you start by basically hooking the hooks through the loops. And then once those are in, you have your snaps here. And you pull it taut and you snap them down. So we're going to take care of that and we'll show you how it looks. Hopefully this mic kind of saves us from some of the wind noise associated with a convertible, but we're about to go for our first drive with the top down. All right, here we go. This is how this car was meant to be driven.
It's the only way.
Million miles of headroom, to quote a certain famous car celebrity.
Oh man, it's a good night for it too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're just before sunset, so just enough light to film with.
Buffeting either.
No, it is actually ridiculously quiet in here.
That's funny, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, like I'm used to convertibles just beating you to death. I think our dad's old Mustang, you know, it wasn't the worst convertible we've been in, but it definitely had like a lot of the buffeting and everything, and this is quiet, comfortable, not blowing me around at all. I'm very impressed.
Do you want to take it up on the highway?
Sure. All right, we're gonna take it up on the highway. so we forgot a key detail, which is when you take a car that's been stored for 2 years, put the top down and blast it on the highway, all of the dust that's in every nook and cranny gets immediately blasted into your eyeballs. So fair warning if you're doing that. I'll be cleaning my eyeballs out with some paper towels later. Well, that was a lot of fun. We just hopped off on the nearby exit to our place, and honestly, I mean, it was super smooth, cruised so nicely. We are blown away by this thing, honestly. It's definitely exceeded all of our expectations so far, so we are very much looking forward to some of the next projects on this, because this is going to get better and better. This would be a great moment to tell you guys that if you haven't already, you should like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have some cool content, and as you can see, it's kind of fun bringing back old cars from this storage where they're hidden away and things like that, and we do a lot of that stuff. So especially if you're a Jag fan, that has definitely been a notable point of our content, and we have a lot more cool videos to come on this car as well as the XJR. So definitely please consider dropping a like and subscribing to our channel, and if you really like it, turn on those notifications so you can be informed every time we release a video. Alright guys, we're going to take a cruise down Coffee Pot Bayou towards downtown St. Pete. Give you a little bit of scenery as well. This is kind of a neat drive. Decided to keep going, and the car's just been happy and chugging along. So we just remembered that this thing has a sport mode, and it even turns a little light on the dash to let you know that you're in sport mode. We have no idea what that actually does, but we are now in sport mode. Sorry guys, this is underwhelming. Oh yeah, it definitely holds the gear longer.
Like that's just me breathing on it.
Yep. So we're getting an idea that it does sharpen up a little bit in sport mode, a bit like my XJR does. That was a very pleasant experience. Cruised up nicely. So a quick note, the speed really sneaks up on you in this thing. We were just kind of cruising along and got highway patrol right over there. And, started cruising 65 and it just kind of effortlessly and almost sensationlessly got us up to 80. And it didn't feel any different. It was quiet, comfortable, not really any louder even. So that's major kudos. That's pretty hard to get a car that does that. So especially with the top down. So very comfortable even at speed. Still impressed. Well guys, I got to admit that was a fantastic drive. We already knew we liked this thing, but that was our first proper run and it is just amazing in every way, honestly. I mean, it's a proper Jag. I mean, butter smooth, powerful, but not fussy. Doesn't feel like it's trying or struggling ever, quiet, comfortable, even with the top down, and I can't speak highly enough of it, honestly. I mean, I really was expecting a lot less, honestly, and and again, I love Jags. I really, I guess the age kind of fooled me, but 96, I mean, it seems like by then they had everything sorted out, and it's just excellent. So if you've been considering getting one of these things, I can tell you that the driving experience and just general, sensation you get when you're driving it is fantastic.